Welcome back to a brand new episode brought to you by Game Glitches. Today we're gonna take a look at the Forest brand new patch 0.10 and the brand new implementations that they have made. And that we are gonna bring to you the building foundations, new creatures, climbing, and many more things, including the brand new co-op mode that they technically, in my opinion, kind of, ripped off from Lambda Revolution, who kind of did it before them. Even though they released the co-op mode, he did it more up to 128 players, and now it's a new hot thing for them. And as you could see, when we enter the co-op mode, there's the same as join and host button, and when you host, you have now new features where you have the game name, max players 2 to 8, but you could definitely set it up to 128 as the instructions indicate, but it's highly not recommended. And and then you could just start your server. As you can see, they have also changed, so now you in your players you could see who is in your server, your network information, and your current IP and your port number, and letting your friends to join. On top of that, they have also included press to talk feature within the game that I am just dying to try out. So stay with me, ladies and gentlemen, as we go through this entire patch. Right now, I asked one of my subscribers to, join the game that I've hosted to demonstrate how the new lobby will look for you currently. As you could see, aside from the network information, now the players, and now you could see who is currently in the game, and now it doesn't auto launch, allowing you to click the start button. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, there are other passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been now introduced to other passengers aside our kid. Look, you can see one guy sitting in the front. This dude sleeping. Now let's see how they all get sucked out. I wonder how far the animation has been taking place. Oh, they're all holding on for their lives. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a crucial moment. I don't know why it's a little dark. They could have made it a little lighter. Oh, this guy's heads are rumbling. Oh, the team of artists in this game is quite amazing. They've been able to do a lot of art. Oh, nice. All we need now is more scattered body parts and people in the actual plane. And now everybody is gone, and of course I'm the only sole survivor. They also have changed the way the animation looks and the graphics look clear. This is actually quite beautiful the way it looks, including his skin and animation. Now, me and my friend here, Hapser, are gonna demonstrate how to use radio.
Yes. Hello.
As you can see, the microphone system fully works, allowing people to communicate without using TeamSpeak, Skype, Ventrilo, or any other kind of communication systems. Also, there were other types of implementations, such as fix of overlapping chat text. So now, when you talk to somebody in chat, as you could see, the text no longer overlaps. Also,
Dead.
also from my what
Whoa.
also from what I can see, they have fixed log duplication bug and log
Whoa,
invisible
you're
for
actually holding a walkie-talkie.
Yep, the new features are quite very interesting.
I need a better video card.
In any case, as we continue through, they also fixed mutant ragdolls not replicated properly on the client, fixed the wall buildup MP vanishing instead of turning into logs when destroyed, fixed an issue where remote players would not alert enemies by sound detection, and lizard skill player armor now visible by both client and host. So let's quickly experiment with that. Let's grab some lizard armor. And as we work on a team, we're gonna quickly review the entire patch. Also, from the looks of it, they implemented better, sharper looking cases. For example, this one right here looks like one of the new ones. I haven't really seen. I know it's nothing important, but it could be a nice little information. There are very nice diversity between the chests right now. My friend right here finally, with my help, acquired full set of armor, and as you could see, this is how the full set of lizard armor looks on the character. These are the gloves, the chest. I mean, it's not a lot of protection. Some leggings right here, as you could see on his legs. The graphics look very nice and overlapping. The way that he designed it, it looks really nice, but not really a lot of protection for how much it actually gives you, absorbing the entire blow. Uh, the gloves, that's what you see on the character. And, unfortunately, there's nothing for the hat, but I'm sure that they will soon implement it later when you'll be able to make yourself a full-blown hat. Furthermore, they also fixed an issue that when you die and pick up your eggs back again, it was spamming on your screen and was basically like flying around. In one of my old videos, you would be able to see that happening, that glitch. Apparently, that glitch was fixed, and now there are no further issues with it. Right now, we're gonna go experiment and see if now the client side and we'll all see the fish, and gonna go start fishing. They have also made it that now everybody sees the yacht at the same location rather than in multiple locations. While I was hosting the server, from everybody basically almost had their own yacht location and didn't share it. But since then, that issue in today's patch has been addressed and fixed. Platforms. Let's talk about platforms. The place the log cabin on a slope and produces platform will be constructed underneath it to give support. No more cabins on the side of the hill or inside of it. As you could see, I can literally create a cabin, well, like a miniature tower that then I could build stairs to and climb up. Was their solution
Nice little pond.
for
Delicious.
implementing for the hill. When you finish a house with the foundation, this is how now the foundation looks like. It's basically like it's standing on stilts. The house itself has not really been changed, but now the foundation, you could raise it up onto any level that you want, including now building yourself miniature towers if you want to have that in your village. When you try to build a massive tower like this, it requires a lot more logs than it would require to build a regular house. As you can see, we start with 180 logs to build this massive tower. Right now we're down to 143, and we're still gonna continue building it just for the sake of seeing how it would look. This tower is being currently built with the help of two of my subscribers. One is Hopser, who was helping me from beginning, and the other one is Pocket, which I really appreciate their help.
Job done.
And as you can see here, after we finish building it, it's a nice little tower, which, you can't seem to get into because it's so high up in the air. We also wasted 188 logs in total building it. Just for demonstration sake, so you could see a tower. I'm sure that you could build a nice staircase all the way down or some kind of a thing and climb up there if needed. You could also build it on the side of the hills and mountains, and this way you could have interesting designs and villages.
Dead.
As you can see, they try to implement climbing up the ropes. All it does is basically you look like an elevator going up and going down. There's no really a climbing feature except for the time when you see in your first person your hands climbing up and climbing down. The animation seems to only stay on a client side rather than on a server side, so you only yourself see it and nobody else does. And sometimes you just take damage when you try to climb down, but that's the bugs you gotta live with. As you can see, they have now implemented that the fish on the campfire is in the proper size. When you place it down, before it used to be tiny and unproportional. Now it's a full size, looks like you have a full-blown fish. When the fish finishes cooking, it right now it changes color from what it used to be a piece of little black charcoal now into a normal crispy looking fish. When consumed, it still gives you the same amount, fully recovering your character. But if you leave it too long on the fire, it will be destroyed shortly after. The lizard animation, the way it looks on the campfire, has also been changed. It's now much more proportional, bigger, and it actually, you could see that it's now a skinless lizard laying in the middle of the campfire. They also claim that they have improved the torchlights, and now has two tones. Well, let's see. Right here, as you can see, the fire definitely does look better. They have better graphics design. But as you could also see that it burns out, well, within seconds actually, after you light it on fire. It's really unsettling.
Like so.
They've also changed the way the hunting shelters look like. Now, you could see it's the graphics and the art is a lot better. There, these rocks are clearly defined. They have these sticks that are supporting, and now you have actually a much better looking hut than before the patch. Looks like a lot more work and detail was put into to make this little house right here for oneself. As you can see, they also here implemented a better Molotov cocktail graphics. Now my friend right here is gonna toss it. Unfortunately, you can't see no fires or anything. Maybe it's a client side based. And you could still take fire when you walk into it, so please don't die. They have also changed the way that the sled works. As you could see, now you have a handle, and you could actually now push the sled physically, allowing a player to actually, in one way or another, to participate in sled races. Also, sometimes, try to troll the environment, which it doesn't really allow you to do. You could push the logs any way you want. You could also carry one log, it seems, on your person while pushing the sled around. Li- But it would not allow you to carry more than one current log. Then you could fill it up with as many logs as you need to, and of course resume back into pushing the sled. Gardens also now completely work in a multiplayer. While planting seeds in them, you could now recover your HP on multiplayer, but it seems that the charges depends on who uses it, since both parties can use it at the same time, so be careful and take turns in using the garden. Also, please expect that a lot of beach caves are all now gone. Now they've been replaced by the rocks. Before, you were able to tell that this was a cave by this chain of rocks leading from outside of it. Now, as you could see, this was used to be one of the caves, and it's gone. They've also implemented a brand new lake right here. As one of my subscribers pointed out, this used to be one of his first spots where he built, but now this whole environment looks much different. And I vaguely remember this lake myself, and it didn't look as great as it does now. As you can see here, this lake is now quite beautiful and looks quite amazing, including the texture improvements and the quality of the art. Actually, just discovered that on
Yes,
multiplayer,
I do.
it seems that all the caves in general are gone. This was used to be one of another cave right here. I checked out 5 different caves that I know. Maybe they switched out their locations, but I currently can't find a single cave. And also experiencing this weird bug by a cave where now I'm also stuck in swimming animation for some weird unnatural reason. I think this swimming animation should also be addressed. I mean,
Certain
as you could see,
overbright.
all of the people that I'm currently playing with have no issue whatsoever traveling on the ground, but for some strange reason, my character just decided to randomly go into a swim mode for no reason whatsoever. I did not try to glitch the character, jump, or anything. Opened up my inventory, closed it after consuming some food, and all of a sudden was stuck in swimming animation and can't seem to swim down or up. And as you can see, for character seems to be trying to fall down.
Oh crap. Ow.
It doesn't seem like there's any way for me to get out of this without only through maybe dying or restarting the game. Another interesting little feature that they implemented is now that when you host a server and you try to bring it down, you don't have to actually close the forest altogether, try to crash out. There is now a main menu window, to exit to main menu available that now terminates the server. Before it was only continue, option load, and exit exit to Windows. Now in a co-op mode, can get out and rehost the server.
I see a sunken boat right here.
Seems that there are still issues with client-side swimming. As you could see here, my friend is well running underwater while I am perfectly swimming, and he still is currently unable to see the fish, which seems to be only on the host side.
I think if we
Also, by the way, their duplicating log bug has not been fixed. As you could see here, we're demonstrating it, and we're filling up the server with a lot of logs. So hopefully they'll fix it up in the next patch. When your character dies, he still kinda stand there left standing and swinging, but when you approach him you gain everything back that you've dropped. I'm sure that that will be addressed and fixed quite shortly. Even though Lambda Revolution has fixed the issue on his patch where now when somebody takes damage on the server, the host takes damage too, that's been fixed. As you can see, I'm taking damage because somebody else on the map is taking damage. They're also trying to implement these new things like tree bridges, which you could put over the trees, but currently they're not in the game yet. They're probably working on the art. It currently requires infinite amount of wood. The other stuff that they also requires infinite wood that are probably on the way to be implemented is these two walls right here, that it doesn't seem that I can currently build them in any way. Doesn't seem like there's anything else really that they have implemented in a sense of that can be built. Well, guys, I've been trying to find more caves, been searching for caves around for past about, I would say, about an hour. I had multiple people help me both on single player and multiplayer, and there just aren't any caves. For example, on the beach, there used to be a cave right here. Boom, gone. Nothing downwards, gone over there, a cave also. And I've been trying to find these caves that they mentioned about the hole in the ground, was also unable to find them altogether. I wanted to really, guys, show you the new models, everything how it looks like, but it seems that I don't know where they hid their caves. You know, if you guys willing to share some of the information where they hid the caves or where I should look, I'd be extremely grateful because currently I'm having severe difficulty finding a single cave, at least the locations that I knew before. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if I missed any of the patches information because I try to include as much as possible, and this video is already getting extremely long, guys. So click like, subscribe, share the video, and most definitely see you guys on some random server or most likely on mine when I host it. So guys, have a wonderful day and enjoy the forest and don't die.